It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Let me see if I remember how to do this right. Alright, did that right? Let's see if this is right. Huh.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo está, señor?
Not bad. You?
Eh, life.
Okay, I am. Okay, so it perplexes me the double turn they did with Ted DiBiase and
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Grimes. Like
The,
that
the fact that they
early.
did the $1 million title
Well, no, it was a double turn. Like Cameron Grimes turned face and Ted DiBiase turned heel.
has
Like what?
has Ted Piddy. Let's be honest. Has he ever really been face
Yeah, yeah,
for a
he
very
has
long
been.
time? Very long time.
He since he retired, yeah.
I think that's just rose tinted glasses. Because if you remember his whole game, it was always being an asshole.
I know, but the thing is, when he's made guest appearances lately in WWE, it was always an asshole to the heels.
Mm, trying to remember what because I don't remember those ones.
I do.
I think his heels turns just were more standout-ish.
Yeah.
So,
But I will say this:
mm-hmm.
for pay-per-view sets, in your house is always, uh, like I love that they still do the in your house set, like even with no crowd there. Like I love the set.
Well, it's a classic design. Unfortunately, the problem I have with WWE personally as of late is that they've been running out a lot of ideas. They don't do anything
Yeah.
too original. Like for example, like Hell in a Cell next week. You watching it?
Well, yeah, it's on my birthday, ironically enough, so it better be good. It better be good.
The problem I have is okay. So I like Roman, but I don't appreciate the filler arcs.
Yeah, I don't like how they're gonna have Ray challenge him because it's like that's not believable at all, unless they do it like they did. Although, okay, you know how they were
What?
doing Jey Uso
Mm-hmm.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't believable, but at least they gave him a fighting chance.
Well, here's what I say about that. As they're starting doing about the whole Graham. You know why he became dead, right? By the way,
Why? Who became what?
the whole storyline, how he became rich in real life.
Who?
Grimes.
Oh no, I thought. Okay, I thought we were talking about Roman just a second
I
ago.
know, but I was just saying on the screen on they're doing the promos for
Yeah.
Grimes, so I got distracted and I thought that was it's.
No, I did. How did he?
So he actually made a killing off of Bitcoin.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. And
okay.
and before where was the dog one? Doge coin, Dogecoin, whatever that one was.
Yeah.
Before it dropped in value, he sold out, and he actually earned over $1 million.
Well, and here, so this is the first time they've actually made a rich person a face.
Well, because he was already kind of a face-ish, and people liked him as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he did a good cowardly heel against Dexter.
No.
Like, I love that storyline. I loved it.
I
Like,
am not a fan of Dexter.
oh, I am.
Here's my problem with him, and it maybe it's just me personally, but I'm not a fan of that mustache.
Oh,
Cause that
I'm talking
mustache,
about the character.
I know, but
And you know why I'm a fan of the character, right?
no.
He's straight out taken from the TV series Dexter. He
Except,
is. Like,
except that
if you look.
Dexter works more charismatic. This Dexter problem I have is that mustache really makes him look such like a pedo.
With this character, what they're doing is hit like the homicidal Dexter character. Like if you look at his clothing and everything
Mm-hmm.
and his expression,
Mm-hmm.
it is straight out of the show. And it's just, and even his name, Dexter Lumen,
Mm-hmm.
Lumen was the name of the girl from season 5 that Dexter teamed up with.
Oh, I wasn't a fan of that season.
I loved it. I was a fan of it.
You're that person.
Season 6, yeah, season 6 was good. 7 and 8, meh.
For me, 5 was kind of like the fall off.
For me, it was the end of 6 when Deborah found out, and then 7.
And the fact that Dexter didn't die. Spoiler alert for
I
anybody
know.
who hasn't seen it.
They're bringing back the original writer and producer for seasons 1 through 4 for the new upcoming series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they're actually bringing back the good writers.
Alright, so the sad thing is I like NXT better than Raw. I stopped watching Raw with Kat. We just been watching the clips.
So, what's happened to Finn Balor?
I think he's been written off of TV, from my knowledge. After
Well, people are okay.
Well,
Because people are talking about him coming back to the main roster, and it's like, no.
Well, the only way that would work is if they keep the same gimmick of NXT Finn Balor versus heel Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and actually make him like a threat.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way this works. Other than that, like, maybe if Drew beats Lashley at Hell in a Cell to give Drew some kind of competition.
Well, the thing is, they've kind of, like you said before, with Roman, they've written themselves in a corner with him.
Mm-hmm. Because they haven't given him any good face that's attacking him. Like, you remember, like, The Rock and Stone Cold? They were always going back and forth. And you didn't really know who was going to come on top or how they were going to come on top.
Until WrestleMania rolled around.
Well, even then, it was eventually like, when is The Rock going to get his comeuppance? When is he going to win?
Which was WrestleMania 19.
So eventually he did win. You know, even I think it was WrestleMania 18 was when they did the heel turn for Stone Cold.
What?
Was 18 that they did the heel turn?
No, 17.
17, you're right. Because 18 was Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah, that was Hulk Hogan and Rock.
Mm-hmm. Which is, again, odd because it really should have been Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. But I don't think they got along. I think that was the problem.
But no, you were talking about Roman and we were talking about Roman. Jey Uso, like, those matches surprised me pleasantly.
Well, because it was a very tight storyline. And it was about you. Again, this is when writing feels legit, when it's personal and family related, and you can relate to the babyface and heel.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but did he split from Roman and Jimmy?
So no, he's not with them. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, he started. In other words, he's starting to get away from them.
Well, he's there to support his brother. You know, he's like, yo, stop talking down to my brother like that. I don't, you know, he's the one who's been here helping you out. Like, yo, he's that. He's the face. Is it weird? And I like it because he's the face of the group. But like, while his brother's a heel.
Okay. So in other words, it's gonna be if they get involved on Sunday, who's he going to help?
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, that's what I said. Like, I know they did the Rey Mysterio beat Roman down with the kendo stick type thing, but it's gonna be how are they gonna make this compelling? Because while Jay's not the biggest guy, he's bigger than Rey.
Well, first Rey's gonna get defeated, and that's another thing. Real quickly, just going into that. Did you know Rey is the tag team title holder, the tag team champion for SmackDown? Do you realize that makes that belt so much weaker?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not even gonna put him up for grabs at the Hell in a Cell. They're making the WWE title more important. Is that what you mean?
Well, hold on, because Kat's asking me something.
Wow.
No, she's trying to figure out something about work related. Because right now she started a new location during the summer where she'll bartender at.
Oh, nice.
Um, but going back to your point, yes, that's the problem. It's because they're not going to be defended. So what you're saying is that they're not important at all to the show.
Oh, so I didn't even know Impact had a pay-per-view yesterday. Oh, I
Yes,
did not realize that.
Hard to Kill.
Against all odds.
Against all of that's right. Hard to Kill was a different one. Yeah, it was Kenny
I
versus
didn't.
Moose.
Yeah, I looked up what happened, and thought, okay, like it kind of sucks that Rosemary lost, but the way they did it, it's like, okay, it makes sense. Because especially with the character for Deanna Prazo, is that she's a genius. She's a master in the ring, essentially. Okay, it makes sense that she would win that way. Like take off the brace and then Rosemary goes for her finisher and her knee gives out. Makes sense. The
Well,
way Kenny won makes sense.
with the Young Bucks. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, it protects Moose. That's the whole idea. But
Yeah.
Moose did have a great match. And it does leave the door open for whether he'll continue in Impact or AEW or even New Japan or even hell WWE.
That's why people are talking about Braun going to AEW, and it's like, please no. Please.
Well, there's also talks that I heard something about Brock being showing up or John Cena showing up for SummerSlam.
Yeah. I heard that. Which SummerSlam's on a Saturday this year.
I think it's because Pacquiao fight, which is odd because I'm pretty sure Pacquiao's fighting that same day. I almost feel very confident about that answer. That Pacquiao's fighting that day. Hold on, sorry. It's replying back.
No worries.
It's actually funny. I'm pretty sure that's his first title in a long time.
Yeah, it is. I have to have Todd Pettengill in this. You know that?
Oh, is he? Sorry, I was looking down on my phone.
I said I hope they do have him on this pay-per-view again.
Oh, we'll see. Or Beth Phoenix. I actually like Beth Phoenix when she's on commentary.
Well, Todd Pettengill's just like a interviewer.
Yeah.
So he was.
He fucked up his name so badly.
But no, right now on WWE though, like for SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
the only way I could, the only person right now I could
Mm-hmm.
see beating Braun
Braun?
is
Braun is
if
dead.
they, or not Braun, yeah, Braun's gone. Oh, do you hear how much he's asking for indie bookings?
Let's see. If I remember correctly, I believe he was getting paid almost 100,000 by WWE. So
He's
I'm
asking
saying
for five figures for
five here
indie bookings.
makes
Five
sense.
figures.
He
It's like,
knows his
but it's like,
worth.
really though, dude?
Well, remember
It's like, this is the same,
he was getting paid five figures from WWE.
but this is the same guy who trashed people who were on the indie circuit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I
So,
posted that I was wondering how the indie scene would treat him.
oh yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I will treat him well.
I mean, unfortunately, I was really shocked. I won't lie. When I heard Braun Strowman got released, because it was like I was like, wasn't he just on the show 2 weeks ago on a pay per
Yeah,
view? What the fuck? And he was a WWE guy.
yeah.
It's such a shame.
Meh.
I mean, in the shame, it's a shame for him, person, because it's not a time for anybody to lose a job. But it's just like you when I think WWE, I think Braun Strowman, you know. To I don't think of like potentially like at New Japan, but I could see him in New Japan or hell at Impact, or maybe Ring of Honors if they're lucky.
Nah,
I
nah.
said if they're lucky.
I don't think Ring of Honor would sign him
I don't think so
just
either.
because of how big of a dick he can be.
That and Ring of Honor does not have the financial backing to support him.
I could see him going to New Japan if he wanted to.
Yeah,
But
New
also,
Japan Global.
but also he'd have to pay his dues over there.
I don't think he'll be anybody's young boy.
What?
A young boy.
Oh, Young Lion.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't see him being a Young Lion, but I do see him losing to a few guys over there.
Okada for sure. Ooh, that actually could be a good match. Braun Strowman versus Okada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because Okada could carry him. Okada could carry him.
Well, and that's what it also comes down to. People are like, "Oh, he's such a great worker." Not really.
Well, I mean,
A lot of his matches, but a lot of his matches that were good,
Mm-hmm.
he had a person that he matched well with that could help carry him.
Are you trying to tell me that right now that that Shane McMahon could not carry Braun Strowman? Are you telling me you were not invested in that storyline?
No, every storyline I get invested in, they throw away. Like, God.
Which
Like,
one?
oh,
Which one
remember
is so
Otis?
true?
Remember Otis's push? Threw that away.
Oh yeah.
And
I
now he's
mean,
fucking Bulk.
he's God. Like that's why I made that comment. What a downturn for
Like I
Otis.
said, if he and Chad Gable don't come out to Broken Skull's theme, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, here's my problem with where they position Otis, and this tells me how they really feel about Otis. They feel that he's a lower mid Carter at best, and he'll never get up there because he's. But hold on, because he's teamed up with Chad Gable. Name one of his accomplishments.
Nothing.
Exactly.
But if you look at 2020, God, people were behind him.
Keyword were until they ruined him.
Yeah, until they made him lose the briefcase.
Well, the problem is that they never knew what to do with him in the briefcase. They only did it as a shock factor, and that tells you something.
Well, and then, let's see. Let's see. Oh, what was I gonna say? Shit. Yes, Dexter. But I love how they did it with that one music star. Was it 2 weeks ago, or last week? I mean,
Poppy?
yeah, where he hugged her and then the one chick showed up and he's just like, fuck.
Yeah, well, she showed up with Aya, Cherie.
Yeah, I know. But I just love Dexter's facial expressions.
I like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. William Regal. If I could have William Regal on cameo, I would just want him to say "War Games."
Yeah.
That's all I want him to just do for my cameo. Like,
Yeah.
Jang, you're going to have a match in the War Games. Just that's all I want.
Yeah. Well, like he is, like his way of saying it is just up there.
Well, it's his accent and how he exaggerates his phone.
Well, the thing is, there's one promo he did, and it was in England, I believe, against Triple H. And it was like 2003, I think.
Oh, so the Reign of
2003,
Terror was still in
2004?
effect.
Yeah, but it was when Triple H was at odds with Eugene.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
do.
the promo. Yeah, the promo Regal did. It's like, holy shit.
I really feel that unfortunately William Regals was underutilized during that time
Yeah,
period. I feel like he should at least won the champion one time, just a one-time champion.
Well, and the thing is, he was a babyface, but his promo came off as babyface, but with some heelish things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, he could have been a good face that still acted like a heel.
Well,
At
they
times when it comes to
did
promos.
that with him and Tajiri, if you remember correctly. When he was paired up with him, you just love that oddball couple relation. Like, that's really what WWE's been trying for years, is to get that oddball couple that people get over. Like, that's why right now Arcade Bros is like the best thing for tag team division. Unfortunately, it's also Randy Orton. And you just know at some point that Randy's going to turn heel.
Oh, yeah. But, like, actually, that's one guy I could see being a credible threat to Roman.
Who?
If they book it right.
Who?
Riddle.
No.
I could. I didn't think much of him until I saw him right before he faced Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
And he was...
Here's
Hold
the
on,
thing.
what's
Okay. He's still wrong.
Okay, but no, like when he did that one match with Corbin and he was like serious,
Mm-hmm.
that was when I started thinking, okay, he's actually pretty good.
Except they never allowed him to hold on to the title for too long.
Yeah.
Like, he lost his
Yeah.
U.S. title to Sheamus at WrestleMania after just winning it a month ago.
Yeah.
And again, currently, with current WWE in the main roster department, they haven't really built up a good star. Like the
Well, that's what,
mm-hmm.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like if they booked him right, he could be a credible threat to Roman.
Well, here's what this is where I was going with it. Cesaro should have been that, but it was a one and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there should have been a continuing to next month. Is Hell in a Cell. Now, they had a great match last month, but then it was just done, and now he's feuding back with Seth Rollins. And with Riddle, the problem is that you had to build up his winning record, and it can't be the 50-50 booking. Like, they got Shinsuke feuding with Baron Corbin over the crown. And it's just a 50-50 booking back and forth between the two. And I'm so tired of the 50-50 booking.
Yeah.
Because I feel like constantly, like, they played the 2K19 Universal mode. And they're like, all right, whatever happens in Universal is what's going to happen tonight on Raw. 50-50 booking. Also, I think maybe you could. I was talking to Cass. Apparently, she says that WWE's getting sold or something.
And there's rumors about it being sold to NBC.
Hmm.
I don't see it happening though. Question mark.
I mean,
Okay, so is Karrion Kross technically a face or a heel?
he's a heel. Or a tweener.
Okay.
Tweener heel. Fun
Because I know
fact.
Gargano's heel, Pete Dunne's heel, and so is Adam Cole. So there's like one baby face.
Yes, that is correct. Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
The only problem with Kyle O'Reilly is that he's been dressing up like Orange Cassidy. I
Well,
can't
I
see
will say,
Adam Cole ever going to be in the main roster.
well, he's the face of NXT.
Mm-hmm. Like, so did you watch the promos between Adam Cole and Karrion Kross?
No.
You could see Adam Cole carrying Kross through that promo.
Well, the thing is, that's why people like Cross need the manager.
Yes. I love that line where he said that. Where Adam Cole's like, you know how they make me special? They ring the bell. That was like the best promo line. See, again, like, this is what should be happening on Raw. Like, oh, I'm sorry?
I think I'm a little ahead of you.
Yeah, probably. I have Texas internet.
One, like, on Kyle O'Reilly, like, I am pulling for him to win, just because I want to see him and Adam Cole some more. Like, goddamn, they're good. And since they really don't have much in the way of, like, top baby faces,
Mm-hmm.
they could really utilize. Yes, I love that.
Oh, the
The
whole.
old school intro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so goddamn good.
I mean, we watch. Steven says, I watch SmackDown a lot, but sometimes NXT. Well, it's NXT in your house tonight. I will say, current with the WWE product, it goes SmackDown, NXT, 205, Women's Revolution, WCW, Raw. Listen, Raw, so
Damn.
it's so bad to watch Raw. I will shit on Raw every chance I get.
Speaking of WWE booking themselves in a corner or not finishing storylines, and this is the one that brings me notes, and you will, which is ironic to use this term. Oh, I love how they're doing the voiceover for these promos. Just gonna get that out of the way, because it's like the original ones they would do for In Your House and the other pay-per-views back then, like pre-1997. So good. Anyway, Bray Wyatt, what the hell's going on there?
So
He did that one promo for WrestleMania and then nothing.
Okay, so I have a couple theories about that. Let me just answer Steve's question. I believe that Raw should just restart. Just, I don't know if cancel is the right word, but just do a redo. Just be like, hey, Raw's new. Here's a new Raw. All the belts you knew are up for grabs. Forget about the past. Forget about it. And as for, I think the problem with The Fiend is twofold. I know he's dealing with some mental issues, but I think the other main issue is Alexa Bliss. Because in order to avoid, quote unquote, too much spookiness, they can't have the Fiend and Alexa Bliss doing spooky.
Well, then have him move to SmackDown.
Again, I think because they're trying to keep SmackDown realistic, so they don't want too much spooky.
They don't have any spooky.
Listen, I agree with you. But the problem with the game is that I think so. I gotta review this, but I think Kat was something like this.
Yes,
That
Michael Hayes. Yes.
the Fiend's contract dictated that 1 year that Bray Wyatt would have control of it, and then at some point when that got released, then it was WWE's control. So that's why all the shittiness started to happen.
Wait,
So
do they have a live crowd?
yes and no. So there is a live crowd there, but I think it's only about 500.
Doesn't matter, dude.
No, they've been having a live crowd for the last like few weeks at NXT.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Raw is the longest show. SmackDown should be long. No show should be 3 hours. No show should be 3 hours. If one thing has taught us about Raw, it should not be 3 hours. 2 hours the max.
Also, no pay-per-view should be 2 nights. No pay-per-view should be 2 nights.
Unless it's WrestleMania.
Even then, it's like
It's a lot.
too much.
It is. I mean, unless you're going to do it. See, the thing is that WWE always has a pay-per-view every month, right? And they're not really building for it anymore because they were guaranteed money. Like AEW, Impact, and all those, they have to build to the pay-per-view, so they're always leading with something.
Yes.
You know, they need the money.
Yeah.
I know you love this dude, man.
Best pay-per-view of the year for WWE.
I don't know. Have you seen his boots? I can't get along with those boots. 0 out of 10.
Best pay-per-view of the year for WWE.
I like how you
Everything
said
else.
for the WWE.
Hey. Double or Nothing is pretty... Wait, was I here for Double or Nothing?
No, you weren't.
No. No, it wasn't. Shit.
Yeah, that was a really good pay-per-view. Oh, we're going to start off with the tag team match first.
Yeah, the 6-man match.
Again, so one thing I was watching earlier today was the Titantrons of the old days. I miss those ones.
What?
So you hear the music and you see the Titantrons of like the people's intros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So nowadays it just shows them like their logo. Back in the day, it would show them like you was watching like a vintage of
Yeah.
them. Who should dethrone Roman Reigns?
On it? Okay. Can I do my unpopular opinion?
Yeah, you can go first, Raz.
If they book him right and they start now, the only credible one I can see dethroning him, because of what he's done elsewhere, is Shinsuke Nakamura.
Again, keyword is you could do it right. You could build him up as the King of Strong Style, by have him win the crown from Corbin, and then you can have the King of Strong Style versus the Tribal Chief of Roman Reigns. But as long as it does not do the 50-50 booking, we're good.
Well, the reason I say that is because in New Japan, he had some killer bouts apparently with Brock Lesnar, and on quite a few of those, he did come out on top. And so it's like you have him come out on top against Brock. That should mean.
Well, you can even have what's it called? Remember his match with Sammy in NXT?
Yeah.
Or his Royal Rumble win.
Yeah. So who would you pick for taking out Roman?
Since you picked Shinsuke, let's see. Oh, you Biggie.
Okay.
And they
have to book him right yet again.
again, unfortunately, it always comes down to that Achilles heel. It has to come down to the booking. and you could bring back serious Biggie, like the So I remember watching NXT, it was a while ago, and Biggie in NXT would have a 5 count.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could bring back that where he's done playing right, like somebody slap him or the tribal chief passing by, I don't know, somebody, and like you disrespecting me and slaps him. It's like, oh no, you did not just slap me. I'm gonna show you my serious. Like you could build it up. Oh my god, they took off their mask. They're not luchadors. Who are these men?
I know, but like, oh wow, someone wearing a Samoa Joe t-shirt. Get that man off camera.
Well, there's rumors that Samoa Joe was in NXT.
He got released by WWE though.
Yeah, but apparently there's a rumor that he was talking. I don't know. You know, there's always rumors. Again, hell, they could have had. Oh my god, I wish that Samoa Joe was back. Like that would be a huge surprise. Like like have him show up at SummerSlam and just beat down, you know, Roman Reigns, and we get the killer. Because that could be a man that could dethrone Roman.
I do like how they have this as the first match. Like a very fast-paced match. Kind of copying WCW, but, you know.
I mean, NXT, it's, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, all those ones are pretty smart when they do the booking for NXT.
Yeah, they are. And that's the thing is, the NXT bookers and the producers, like the writers and shit, they're smart in NXT. Clearly not on Raw.
Well, like, the problem, I think Keith Lee should... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, the problem is, I don't know what's happened with Keith Lee. Because he said Keith Lee should return and dethrone Roman. That would be great. I would love... Well, because you could build up... Again, it's always how you build up any star.
But, yeah, they would have to really do some retconning with him.
And I want his Limitless theme back. That's what we need. Limitless theme. Like, if he comes back and has his Limitless theme, awesome.
Well, that's what I will say is I love that Shinsuke Nakamura has his old theme back.
And his, what's his name is playing it on the guitar.
Oh.
Huh?
Is it, oh.
Oh, you're talking about the match. I thought you were talking about Shinsuke. That's why I got confused.
I am. Yeah, I am.
Bumpus, Boopus, Bluebus. Oh yeah, Pat McAfee, by the way, is our announcer for SmackDown.
And he actually does good.
Oh yeah, because again, he knows what he's talking about, and it's exciting.
He's not Michael Cole.
Oh my god. The problem with Michael Cole is, again, it's the same thing with Braun Strowman. He is... He's
WWE.
Yeah, and he plays as such like that, bro. The only WWE brand that seems to not be PG is NXT.
Oh, well.
It's because, story-wise, they're more exciting. That's the thing.
I do have an unpopular opinion, though.
What's that?
I do like Alexa Bliss.
Well, here's my problem with Alexa Bliss. When was the last time she wrestled?
But that's the Royal Rumble. Or not, because not counting Fastlane. It was the Royal Rumble.
That was months ago, Raz.
I know, but doesn't matter. I like the character.
I know, as a character, it's fun. Like, okay, so the problem is, again, it's like the whole thing. Like, if you want a Rosemary, you have to show them why she's scary. You've just been showing magical powers, you know? And I, need to see them in the ring. You know, you knew that Rosemary was deadly in the ring. She had her mystic stuff. But in ring, she was also, like, terrifying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, that would have been funny if he no-sold that kick. I would have laughed my... Oh my god. It's no mercy issues. No mercy issues.
You're
You
definitely ahead of
remember
me
how?
by a few seconds.
Yeah, you'll see the no mercy issue coming up.
Well, I miss No Mercy. No Mercy was a good game.
Yeah, but you know what I meant by it? Did you see what I was meaning?
Mm-hmm.
He tried picking them up, and it's like, nope.
Oh, that was a thing. I think when did they stop that?
Um, actually, in a lot. Well, in the first SmackDown versus Raw, you could turn it off.
I think even now, Rey Mysterio can still pick up giants like the Big Show 2019.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that ironic that like I know for a fact in SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, you couldn't pick up like what's his Great Khali with
Oh,
Ray.
okay. How the hell would you take that move?
Like just taking it on the chest. I think Roman Reigns going
Yeah.
until 2022 is a very long time to have a man as champ. That's over a year. Way over a year. I see. I don't think here's my thing. I don't see him losing to The Rock because The Rock is not even a part timer. He's a one timer. He shows up for one thing and then he's gone.
Yeah. And
'Cause-
the other thing is, whoever you put over Roman, or whoever Roman puts over, you have to build on them and show them why they're were that good. Show them why they were that good, and like continue cranking out bangers with them.
Again, if you're smart, you want to build up something that like the Rock and Stone Cold rivalry, where they go back and forth and they can trade the belt between each other. And then there's of course somebody in between once in a while, like a Chris Jericho or Triple H or something.
But like Undertaker said on Stone Cold's podcast, it's always easier to be a monster babyface than it is a monster heel when it comes as a champion, because it's easier to have monster babyfaces pose a threat and be like, oh, they could knock this heel off, than to have a monster babyface champion.
Nice Muso.
Oh,
Well, the thing is with the monster heel, it depends on how you build up the baby face, and how like the reason why people enjoy Roman Reigns is because it's enjoyable, and they call AEW spot monkeys.
I guarantee you, Triple H and Shawn Michaels were watching AEW and was like, let's do this shit. It's working.
Well, again,
Let's do it.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to want to take a dive.
And
Why does everybody want to see heel Roman versus face? Most people want to see that a lot. Well, it's because it's exciting for a lot of people to see Roman Reigns as a heel. And because I think, what was that match that happened years ago? It's been a long time since they've seen John Cena in a real match. I mean, the last time we seen John Cena was when he put over the Fiend and he saved the Fiend.
And if you want to solidify Roman as a heel champion, like as a strong heel champion, you'll have him go over John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have Cena put him up.
And then you
Which
could
I
be
think
like,
is what they're
you
going to
never
do.
see again. And then you could have the tagline,
Yeah.
you'll never see it coming. And that's when somebody comes in as that we don't expect. Because I mean, right now we even haven't had the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
So they could bring somebody back for SummerSlam who could be an possible, real, legit threat to Roman. Have a rivalry that goes back and forth. Again, that's what people want. They want a rivalry that goes back and forth and that inspires them for a long time.
Yeah, without it becoming stale.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: I can imagine Triple H and Shawn Michaels for this match. We're like, well, because Jim Cornette doesn't like them really anyway. You're like, what can we do to really piss off Jim Cornette?
Well, Jim Cornette is such a
He's a stalwart. Like,
he's such old school. I'll use those words.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Sorry, I gotta watch my words. You're fine to say whatever you want. But it's like one problem I have with people who are old school is that they like kayfabe a little too tight.
Like those flips they did over the top rope. I guarantee you, Triple H and Shawn were like, "What can we do to this match that would piss off Jim Cornette? Let's
Yeah.
do this spot."
If
Let's do
WWE
this
and AEW had a storyline, who would you like to face Roman Reigns heel as a heel? But you can't
Well,
say John Moxley.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, you could face because then it would start because that's already on Twitter. I've seen that on my Twitter feed so many times. So many people are like, Kenny Omega's overrated. No, Roman Reigns is overrated. Who's the better wrestler, Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega? Like, you
Another
could definitely
good
see
match.
that you definitely
and
could see a great
first
match from them too.
That's like the one I wanted to go over on Kenny for the AEW championship. I want to see Adam Page go over.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to lead into.
Because honestly, like, I know people are like, oh, John Moxley's the face of AEW, like the baby face. And it's like, I actually like Adam Page more as that kind of roguish baby face. Like
I would want to say
Another-
Eddie Kingston, just to change up the answer a bit.
Yeah.
Just because right now Eddie Kingston in AEW is super hot. Like people love him in AEW.
But he got murdered by a sparkler.
No, he was able to survive. He was able to salvage that with his promo skills. So that's why people forgave him.
No, that was John Moxley. It wasn't Eddie Kingston.
Well, Eddie Kingston was there, remember? Because he tried to put himself over.
I know.
It's him
Well,
and...
I know, but it was after that Moxley gave the promo.
No, there's another
didn't.
promo that happened right after
Oh.
that. It was the following week. And basically, Eddie Kingston's like, yo, man, I saw my life flash before me. I was trying to take there, protecting my brother. And so I just closed my eyes and prayed. And yes, did I get scared? I did. I won't mind it. Like, he did a great job. You gotta watch it. Imagine him...
But no, if they would have kept the cameras rolling, that still would have saved that last match.
The only problem
Like,
is I can't see Vince McMahon ever agreeing to that.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see him doing that. Like having the guy who was supposed to be blown up be like, yeah,
Ooh,
that
nice pickup.
they could. Because could you imagine like the fire going out on the casket and Undertaker's in it, and Undertaker just being like, yeah, you would think they'd do a better job at setting someone on fire, but
Oh my god, I just realized that there is a perfect person that's easy, believable to build up to beat Roman Reigns, but the problem is where he's located. And he's in WWE.
oh,
AJ.
okay, they would have to not only turn him face, but also start booking him strongly.
He's easy to turn
about
face.
Omos.
He's easy to turn face and get rid of Omos. That's easy to do. But AJ and Roman could have a good face, and it'd be a good turnaround from.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
what was
they
the one
kinda
that you made me watch that was really awful?
Was it?
Was that Payback? Was that the one where they super
no.
protected Roman?
I don't remember which one it was. Like, it might have been Payback or it might have been Bragging Rights. I don't know.
Oh shit! Of course, that's the Keith Lee spot.
Damn, they did that spot early.
Do you think Roman Reigns going to go to Raw during the draft? I don't think so.
No.
I would love for the brand split to be over. That was a super kick to the chest. Stun gun.
Okay, that looked like a low super kick. That looked low.
Oh, I think I'm ahead of you somehow.
Okay, I don't know.
Did you see
But
the
you know,
Frost
super-
Splash yet?
Nope, I'm about to.
Okay, I got
Jesus
ahead of
Christ.
you somehow. Did you buffer?
No? That wasn't a frog splash. That was a body splash.
Well, I thought he was going to go. When he got out there, I thought he was going to do the frog splash because everybody does the frog splash these days. Name me a person who doesn't do the frog splash. But again, I don't even think the draft is going to save WWE. I give this match a good, solid 3.5 out of 5.
I'd go 4. Like a lot of fast-paced action.
Who's the worst wrestler in WWE and AEW? Now, what do you mean by worse? Are you saying kayfabe wise, or the worst wrestler where you're like, ugh, that person shouldn't wrestle? You know, that's all I just need to know, that clarification. Are we just going over like, you just suck as a wrestler, or like, you can't wrestle? Because like, the worst wrestler in WWE will be Eva Marie.
Oh, and she's not even back yet.
Just because, again, I know for a fact that she botches. I remember listening. This was when I wasn't watching wrestling. I remember Kat telling me, like, ugh, I hate Eva Marie. I'm like, who the fuck is Eva Marie? Whoever she is,
God.
she is getting hated on. So I will go with her. As for AEW, unfortunately, AEW has a lot of rookies there who are up and coming. So a lot of times in AEW Dark, they're just used as like, showing off matches. So there are a lot of botches that happens, like with Billy Gunn's son and stuff like that.
Well, for AEW, I would say, and this is just because I don't like his style personally, because to me it's too slow, and that's Cage.
Brian Cage?
I don't. Yeah, to me he's a good worker overall, but his style is just not for me.
Did you watch the? No, I don't think you saw the Heyman versus Brian Cage match. Cause that was a fast-paced match. By the way, I'm not a fan of the women's division currently.
No.
That the whole Bayley versus Bianca Blair, just terrible, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Ripley, terrible. Hey, it's Johnny Takeover. SmackDown's better than AEW.
Is his gimmick right now that he's a hothead?
Kyle O'Reilly, yes. He's a hot-headed face.
Okay.
He's not taking any more smack from nobody. No, I say they're even at this point. It just really depends on your style, which one you like more. I wouldn't say they're. I like how there's a video too.
Well, and then
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Mayon tournament.
well, in AEW, the reason, like, okay, I was going to say this earlier, but got distracted by the match.
Same.
For Adam Page being the face of AEW, like, to me, he has that, like, roguish, like, lone wolf style. Like, not to use this term because WWE used it for Sting, but he is more of a vigilante type wrestler.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Just like.
And right now he's teamed up with, he's the de facto leader of the Dark Order. So it keeps him nice and face.
Well, and isn't he also like he's not part of them, but he's part of them?
Yeah.
Still, so it's like, it's more or less like, yeah, are on his side, but he's just like, okay, guys, I'm still not part of you.
Hold on one second. I'm changing my headphones, so I probably won't hear you as I say this lines, but just because my battery's dying now. But this is what I'm going to say real quickly. Hopefully I can change my battery fast enough. Because Steven just mentioned this. The only reason Raw is bad is because Paul Heyman was running the early 2020s to early 2019, late 2019 to 2020 was when Raw was enjoyable. I will agree with you that Raw was very enjoyable because it was the match, but story-wise, it was certainly somewhat enjoyable. Definitely a lot better than now.
Wow, fake fire. God.
Is that Poppy? No, that's not Poppy. Who's that?
No, Jia Lee or Shia Lee. I don't know how you pronounce it. Because I suck at pronunciations for.
She Chinese or Korean or Japanese? Huh? Chinese. Let me see the spelling. I'll tell you.
It's Xiayi or Li. Oh, well, I'll let you say it.
I like how she has the submarine sword, so that she's definitely is Chinese.
Well, a lot of times they'll have her pose with the fan, like literally the Chinese style fan.
That thing's heavy, by the way. A submarine sword. That thing is easily weigh 35 pounds. Most likely is real. You could do basic moves with that. I believe her pronunciation should be Fion Sha. Or Sayal Sha. NXT or ECW. Depends on what time period you're referring to ECW. Because we're talking about WWE ECW. Forget about it. You're talking about, early ECW. That was very enjoyable. And what time period we're talking about NXT. Because we're talking about when NXT was a joke.
Well, they never even give her a nameplate for her entrance.
Nope, that means she's not going over.
God damn it. Yeah, they keep pronouncing her name in different ways.
It's because in American, you guys pronounce the T. In China, you do not pronounce the T like a T. You pronounce it more like an S. Do you think ECW can work in phone? No. Unfortunately, it can't because it's the PG era. You have to get rid of the PG era to do ECW.
Okay, I'm going to look up the name of this wrestler.
What, you're tired of how they pronounced it in the last 3 seconds? Yeah. I heard it 3 different ways. And it made me question myself. By the way, that was a botch. She didn't.
Okay, I didn't say it.
Oh. I think I'm
still. Xiali.
Hit up Google and see what it says.
Hold on. Oh, you don't know?
No, it should be. See how. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna just type it into Discord.
Should be a Xiao Lai.
Okay. That's very different than how they were pronouncing it.
No, that's her name.
Okay.
I know her by her name is Sao Lia.
Is that how you pronounce her ring name?
Xiao Z?
Yeah.
Xiao Z.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell there's a difference between Chinese pronunciation and English.
It still shocks me that The Rock's last appearance was in 2019. Was it? When was he in 2019?
Whose last appearance?
That was not the Royal Rumble, right?
Who?
The Rock.
I think that's when he beat Eric Rowan in a few seconds. Right? No, no, that wasn't. Or was it? I don't even know.
God,
God damn.
what was he doing it?
I don't know. Oh, okay, that actually looked like that. Okay, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, her kicking the shit out of it. Yeah, it was going to SmackDown season premiere in 2019.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
Okay,
What did he do?
but he was just there, I think.
Okay, was that the
Okay,
same time?
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, I was just trying to figure
yeah,
out that was the time when Becky and Stone Cold shared a beer.
I think so. But also that her boots doesn't look like it has that much padding in it.
Which one?
I'm not gonna try and pronounce it right. That one.
Zali.
Yeah. Like her boots don't look like they have that much padding. So when she kicked it, kicked the ring post, that looked like it legit hurt.
He rock bottom Baron Corbin. Isn't that sad? That no one remembers that. I feel like we should remember that. Is that Fuku shot DDT? Nope. Apparently Baron Corbin. So again, Baron Corbin. Oh my God, they killed that man's career so badly.
Oh, you know what they need to announce at E3?
What?
AEW's game release date.
I think heard they're going to do something on Tuesday.
Ooh. Because the thing is, if it's coming for the Switch and it's gonna look nice on the Switch, I am so getting it. If it plays nice on the
I'm
Switch.
curious about that and 2K 2022.
Well, between the two, you know which one I'd rather get?
AEW?
Oh yeah.
Because No
Especially if
Mercy?
they do. Oh hell yeah. Tell me you would not want to get that if it played like No Mercy.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. When was The Rock's last match? I thought it was the Royal Rumble.
No, his last match was against Eric Rowan at WrestleMania. I don't know which WrestleMania. I know it was in the 30s. Might have been 32.
I didn't even
And
know
it was just
Lewis had the
squash
last match. Yep, WrestleMania 22, Eric Rowan.
32. Yeah, damn. Damn, that was good memory on my part.
Beat Eric Rowan in approximately 35 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That was a good looking knee. So apparently Xia Li is the heel.
Is he?
Well, because she got pulled out of the ring and they start booing.
I wonder when Edge is coming back. I just realized. Oh, too bad they buried Edge.
Well, from what he was saying, he didn't even want the main. Or no, Daniel Bryan didn't want to be in the main event.
No, they felt like they needed to put him in there in WrestleMania.
But
Well, I believe Daniel Bryan's
Bryan
contract has expired.
Yeah, it has.
We
I
haven't
could see him easily going to AEW.
or New Japan.
And I
What?
can. What?
Okay, you see my reaction. You see my reaction. You understand why I was like, "Oh, okay." There was no
And all
build
the
to that.
moves they,
There
of
was
all the
no.
moves, of all the moves they did, how
Mm-hmm.
is that the finish?
Is I don't think that's her finisher.
If it is, it doesn't look that strong.
Not only that, I know that's supposed to be like a version of a SO. Not a, what's that, an SOS?
The Trouble in
A
Paradise.
Trouble in Paradise. Thank you. But it hit her back. If it hit her face, it
Yeah.
would have been more believable.
What's this? So were they pressed for time and had to finish?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's a heel.
Yeah, because she asked for the chair.
Well, I said also the crowd's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So who's gonna come save her? Oh, her.
Oh my God, The
Herself.
Rock. He just showed up. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh damn! I thought she was gonna hit him in the head for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, to the back. Always to the back. She's going to turn in 22. That's in. I mean, he could show up in SummerSlam. You never know. Edge's turn.
Yeah, you could.
Seven months.
I'm gonna break your neck by hitting you in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. What?
That's her ghost buddy.
Oh. Oh, is that Xia Li has the grudge with her?
So, you have the Empress. So the Empress is there.
She looks like the chick from the Grudge.
Yeah, that's her whole gimmick. Zhao Li is like her general.
Oh shit! She said bitch.
That's such a strong B word.
Attitude Era came back.
No, I wish. After Era had like the middle finger, said the F word.
Oh, speaking of that, I love the whole inner circle, like their segment on AEW.
Oh,
Like
you still
taking
watching?
out the Pinnacle's car,
Mm-hmm.
and just like, I love how they just ride away on the forklift, and Jake Hager barely does a middle finger, like a nonchalant middle finger.
I'm sorry, this segment is
love
just bad.
Yeah. But I love Jake Hager, like how like he's deadpan, but like it works. Like when he was behind the wheel of the forklift, how he was just deadpan the entire time.
Well, they're going to
What's
have an MMA fight next week.
But also Jericho's comment, "Hey Pinnacle, you better call an Uber," or something like that.
Yeah.
While
You're gonna need
flipping them
one.
off, it's just like, yeah, you're gonna need an Uber.
I'm surprised how long they've been able to stretch out the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle.
It works. I'm not complaining. Are you?
No, I mean the Stadium Stampede was very good. Blood and Guts was very good. As long as you like that goriness. I will say that match
Who the hell is
1.5.
Tiana Shaw?
Like I feel like
And
the
al-
build up was just starting and then it ended.
And also, he is Risen. Who the hell's Risen?
Did they
Like-
just have the Bella twins just?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this.
Oh yeah. So in a live interview, I don't know what show it was, but the Bella Twins talked about coming back to WWE for the Tag Team Championship. It's like, no. Like, yes, it makes sense, but no. Like, stay away from WWE, guys.
See, the problem with that last trailer they went with, like, we can't wait to get back in the Rouse, is that I don't know if you remember, there was a version of that with Braun Strowman in it.
Yeah.
And they now have to edit that out. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
they just showed him too. But by the way, Steve, do you mean the Bullet Club of in Japan current or the American version when it was in here? American Bullet Club. I mean, that's basically the Stadium Stampede of 2020.
Wait, what?
So he was asking the American Bullet Club versus the Inner Circle is a good match. But I mean, that was the Stadium Stampede because you had the Young Bucks who were in the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Heyman,
Yeah,
Adam
it was.
Page, Kenny Omega.
Yeah, the only difference was it had Adam Page and Matt Hardy.
Hmm.
That was the only difference.
But I feel like technically in Ring of Honors, when Hangman was there, he was a honorary Bullet Club member.
He wasn't
'Cause he used
honorary.
to-
He actually, he was Bullet Club.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
He was in the Bullet Club. And
Alright.
so, because before AEW,
Hmm.
Bullet Club, okay, all of the Elite was in it, including Cody Rhodes.
Originally.
Yeah, and then Marty Scurll was in it. And then, of course, you had the Japanese, the New Japan guys, which Kenny and Cody were both New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But you also had Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Bad Luck Fale.
Marty just
Like-
been has basically
Yeah, Marty-
retired.
Yeah, Marty was was Ring of Honor.
No, what I'm saying is he's retired essentially since the allegations
Well, no
have come
shit.
out. New Japan Pro Wrestling sucks in 2021. I mean, I think it's just because the fans are not
no.
just not there. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
know Will Ospreay has been hurt. Bushi's been hurt. They have had
Yeah.
a lot of unfortunate injuries. I mean, Jay White is still hot as a heel.
Yeah. And like Bullet Club is back where they used to be, like as a top heel faction.
I mean, oh my God, help me out. GOW.
Tamatonga
Thank you.
or GOD, Gorilla
GOD.
Destiny. What?
I said GOW because I was watching this. Yes, GOD. They're there. They're doing their heel stuff. Okada is there, so it's definitely helping. Right now Shingo won the heavyweight champion.
Who is?
Yeah, he beat Okada for that.
No, who's?
Shingo
Who's
is
the
one of
champion?
their Shingo. He's probably New Japan's one of like his not oldest, but it's been a lot hard worker for New Japan. So it's really nice to see that he actually got the belt. Who did Kenny
that's
face when he was in Japan? He faced a bunch of people. He faced Jay
Oh,
Wyatt. He faced Okada. He faced AJ.
If they mean who did he take the title from and had some of his best matches with, Okada.
Definitely.
Like Okada was essentially him and Okada were essentially New Japan's Rock and Stone Cold, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. You are correct. And when he was in the Bullet Club, he was definitely their cleaner upper. When he went to
Yeah, he
heel
was
is
the
when he
cleaner.
really became popular.
Yeah.
Because essentially, he was like the Golden Lovers with Ibushi
Yeah.
in the tag team division. And then eventually he turned heel on Ibushi.
And joined Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. Fun
And
fact,
then later on,
he's never beaten Ibushi.
I thought he did.
Well,
And G1.
let me. I'm pretty sure he's never beat him in a one-on-one.
I thought he did in the G1 climax.
No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Bushi has kicked out of the One Wing Angel. That's the fact.
Okay.
Bushi has kicked out the One Wing Angel and the Burning Hammer.
Yeah. I like how they give Ted DiBiase his Titantron.
See
You
the
know?
Titantron, and you see like the
Yeah.
old school gimmick about that, right? You see that,
Yeah.
right? That's what I miss.
Yeah.
I miss that. You know, remember because in the old school one, you
Well,
had like Stone Cold, the Rock, all those one. Roman
yeah.
Reigns should be the World Heavyweight Champion, not the Universal Champion. I mean, technically, he is the main eventer because they usually have
Yeah.
his match on either first or last.
Who?
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
And technically, unfortunately, you can't really tell the difference between blue or red. Like most casual fans would not know the difference between the World Heavyweight or Universal Champion.
Universal is blue right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the casual fan wouldn't know that. They'll just think he's the SmackDown champion.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I hate how the titles look. I miss the big golden eagle, the big one that said World Heavyweight Champion. I hate this red and blue one. They're so awful. And the black one was terrible.
Well, all their titles right now look generic.
Oh yeah, they're so bad. I think still the worst one was was it the Divas one? Whatever the one that was pink for the women.
But yes, it was Divas.
That was hideous. Today NST or early ECW, which is better? Well, if you look from a pure wrestling standpoint, today's NST is way better than early ECW. But entertainment wise, you definitely got the ECW definitely is over NXT because you got that was when you had the prime RVD, Rhino, Tommy Dreamer, Raven. Um, uh, fuck, he just died. What was his name? I'm blanking on it. Help me out. Don't make put a staple to your head.
What?
Man will put a staple to your head.
It wasn't.
He'll take a knife out. And yes, it was New Jack. Thank you.
Of course, it was New Jack.
Yes, New Jack. So yeah, all those exciting things. It's true that Paul Heyman did ECW in his basement. Not in his basement, but he did live in a basement for quite some period, and he did a lot of backyard wrestling, which then led into small time arenas. He was a very clever businessman. Unfortunately, the stress really did get to him, and there were times where he just couldn't pay his wrestlers. Like he was crafty on how he was able to keep ECW alive by using WCW or WWE to get financial backings. But he could never really secure himself a network because, again, unfortunately, ECW was always just so violent. Oh, so you had Sabu. Prime Sabu. You know what's funny is that I know they're all competing about, again, being a millionaire and all this stuff. But now being a millionaire in 2021 doesn't mean anything compared to being a millionaire in the 80s or early 90s. Oh, Raz muted himself. He says he's wanking it. If ECW got canceled, we never got. No, we'll still get NXT because NXT was used as a development process for a lot of people. Unfortunately, when you really look at it, at some point, ECW would have ended. I don't know how do you continue because it's so hard on the body. You know, especially a lot of the spots they were taking, which were going through tables, ladder, the chair shots, the cutting. A lot of the risks that they took was something that could never be done over time. I like how Grimms has his sparkling pants. Oh my god, Barrett. I love Barrett. I'm pretty sad his bad news gimmick didn't get over. I got some bad news. Do you have an Instagram? No. I usually don't use my social media that much. I think like maybe Twitter at most. All the social media stuff I use, and most of it is the one that down below in the comment section.
So what I was gonna say, this is the first time I can think of where they've had a millionaire superstar
Mm-hmm.
be a babyface. You know
No,
that?
the fine superstar.
Okay.
Do you mean wrestler or a superstar?
Yeah. Wrestler.
Okay, because I was gonna say, you know what's funny is they considered Donald Trump a face.
But he
I
wasn't
mean,
under contract.
okay, I just want to clarify. Just want you to clarify that.
I mean, I could easily see him if he was in AEW taking each and every wrestler's finisher. Be like,
Who, Trump?
oh, yeah, apparently he's running for senator in Florida.
Is he? Is that real?
Yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately, I could see him getting it.
I know, because it's in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Are you telling me he's not going to get reinstated as president?
Well, he could run again, even if he's senator.
No, somebody. Ooh, that was a close one. Someone was saying that that was actually a scary one for Beth. No, somebody was on. I think it was on Twitter. I was reading that some of the conservatives were saying that that there would be proof coming out, and that Donald Trump would be reinstated as of 2021 by the end of 2021 as president.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you gotta love some of the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, look, this is a dual lightsaber.
Do, do,
Dun,
do, do. I don't even. I can't.
dun,
Oh my god.
dun, dun. Dear, dear. 80s moving to right next year. Is it gonna be? No. So, yes and no. They're not moving next year. They're moving August 18th, and it's a new show on TBS called AW Elevation.
Oh. They're doing a second show?
Yeah, TBS picked them up for a second show.
Oh, so is it. Okay, are they going to have the same problem that WCW did with Nitro and Thunder?
No, so they're using that show for more of their undercard. And they'll eventually have a couple of their upper cards there, but they primarily say it's a show. It's like their NXT development.
Okay. Because I was gonna say that's essentially what WCW Thunder was their undercard,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one of the issues people had with it, is not enough big name people were on it compared to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the other issue too was the cost. So I actually looked into a documentary about how WCW Thunder got started, and it was Turner Broadcast themselves that wanted another show. Eric Bischoff didn't want to do it, and the other problem was that TBS was not going to give them more money, so they essentially had to do Thunder with the same budget used for Nitro. It's gonna be
Well,
more
what's
with
funny about
SmackDown.
that?
Yes, on August 18th.
What's funny about that though is that WCW did the second show first, and then WWE did it.
Yes.
But WWE had more big name talent on SmackDown. Like you still had all the main event guys on there.
Well, the other thing is that contract wise, it wasn't a problem because the thing is,
Yeah.
was is that Eric Bischoff was just walked over in
Well, and
WCW
the thing,
by the contracts.
that's like Andrade. He wants creative control, and it's like no.
So I believe what they have agreement to is they'll allow creative control on exclusive matches. So like a couple, not all of them.
Because to me, that's what WCW really did wrong, was how much creative control they gave.
Wait. WCW did well with creative control.
I said that's the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry
Is that they
if you
gave
broke
too
up a
much.
little bit. Sorry.
Is they gave too much.
Yeah, I mean, they gave them lucrative contracts, especially to Hulk Hogan. That was the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
And then they give them creative control.
Yep. And plus, if I'm not mistaken, I think Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash was on the booking department.
Kevin Nash was for a little while.
But it's just, again, you need a booker. You can't let the animals run the zoo.
Which they kind of do in AEW, but it's not to the detriment of others.
And at the end of the day, Tony Khan is still the booker.
But like,
He still has the final say.
Cody Rhodes,
Ooh,
who
nice
made it to where he can't. You have it to where Cody Rhodes can't challenge for the AEW title.
Which was smart because that was a cool way to show you belief. Because when that match happened, Cody versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah, people thought Cody was gonna win because of it.
Of course, because they're like, there's no way that Cody's going to happen. But it led to a great push for MJF.
Well, not only that, but it's also throwing it back at WWE because Triple H had won their title while COO.
I mean, how many? The question is, it's not just that he won it as CEO. It's how many times he won it as that.
He only won it once as COO.
No, I'll get back to you on that one. AEW is today's WCW Christian versus Dream match in AEW. I mean, not really because we've seen it in WWE, but right. I mean, it could be a good match, nevertheless.
What's a dream match?
Christian Cage versus Chris Jericho.
No.
Yeah, because we've seen it in WWE. You know, when I think of dream matches, I think of matches that we haven't seen, like Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar.
I wish that they connected that.
Oh, how much slower are you?
I just, okay, the reverse neck breaker on the.
Okay, you're like 5 to 10 seconds behind me. That really hurt his elbow.
Yeah, that would hurt both people. Like, I would not want to take that bump or deliver that one either.
Raz, you never want to take any bumps. I'm like, yo, Raz, let me powerbomb you to some thumbtacks. No, Jang, I'm not going to take that bump. All right, let me just clothesline you through a table. No, Jang.
I would take that one. No, I would take that one.
Clothesline from hell.
But about the time you put me instance, sometimes to be like, I better get the biggest receipt ever,
I cannot do any bumps.
except for that one. You said that one would come with a price.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it, but you're going. I'm going to have. We're going to have to go on top of the hell, and I get to powerbomb you with this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, off the top of it, be like,
Razor edge you off of the hell in the cell.
yeah. The only thing I would ask on that one is please be accurate with your aim. Don't new jack this one.
Well, New Jack would just throw you off with no permission.
I know.
I will at least ask for consent.
Like, God. Well, at least with the Razor's Edge, you could land correctly.
Yes.
But you need the person doing it to be accurate with where they throw you.
I saw Backlash. Steven says that Chris Jericho is on which count as. So, I would actually disagree with that just because that counted more for AEW. Because what had happened was, after Chris Jericho appeared on WWE, it spiked for ratings for AEW.
Because they were putting over AEW talent.
And not only that, it got them almost like 1 million, or I think they got 1 million views that week because of the appearance on the podcast. And it was the WrestleMania after show. So the fact that that happened was just like, Vince must have been like, I can't believe I said fucking yes to that. How fucking dumb was I?
Oh shit, that was a great spot.
The reverse whiplash.
Yeah.
Irish whip, sorry.
But yeah, well, I love Jericho's reaction when he was first on it. Like, are there sharpshooters around here? Do I need to be worried?
Yeah, yes. He said he mentioned Sam. Yeah, he mentioned Sammy Guerrero, all of AEW. He mentioned Kenny Omega. No, so many different people.
Yeah, so he mentioned a lot of AEW talent that he's
even New Japan, because he was talking about the Painmaker gimmick.
Yeah.
By the way, kicks without the yes chant feel different.
Yeah.
I had someone to look over his leg. Well, Sammy, they're pushing him as a future star now. That's why he got the win in Stadium Stampede over Shawn Spears. Which was, again, a really good... Ooh, somebody taking some liberties with those bumps. I'd be wrestling... wrestling be...
Okay, I will say this. They better not try and stand on that ladder.
How would wrestling be if AEW never existed? Bad.
It would be WWE. Yeah, it would be WWE before AEW.
And we wouldn't really get to hear as many new stars. For example, Cody Rhodes would still be in the indies. Yes, did he make a lot of money on the indies? Yes, like in Ring of Honor and all that stuff. But I mean, Impact would not be how it is now. Like Impact's actually getting talked a lot now these days because of.
If WWE would just pull their head out of their ass and work together with the other wrestling promotions, they could make a hell of a storyline and make a hell of a lot of money. Like if they had like Bullet Club in WWE, like if they did that crossover, oh my god, they'd be printing money.
I would like to just always remind you of the WCW invasion.
No, I'm not talking that.
I'm just saying that unfortunately, Vince is not willing to play fair.
But the thing is, now if Triple H was for it, and Vince retired, then because the thing is, any logical person could see that they're printing money. They would just have to find a way to do it fairly, to where everyone that they want to put, like they would want to do it to where it's like people get booked fairly. Like one promotion doesn't have the edge over the others.
So WCW ended for real life purposes because it got bought out by Vince McMahon because Turner Broadcast TBS put it up for sale.
And they didn't.
Mhm.
And they didn't want wrestling on their TV station.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
because, like,
drawn like it was used to.
And because Eric Bischoff and the guy he was going in on it with
Backed out.
couldn't get, because they couldn't get a TV deal anywhere.
Fun
And that's
fact:
what they needed.
Chris Jericho said if he knew how much it would cost, he would have just paid for. He would have bought WCW.
Yeah, he had the money for it.
So that's actually amazing if you think about it. In 2000 that Chris Jericho had the money to buy WCW, and he wasn't a huge star just yet in WWE.
Yeah, he had some big storylines, but it wasn't like it was nothing compared to later on.
Yeah, because I think he didn't win the undisputed belts just yet. He didn't beat.
It was like late 2001 when that happened.
So it was just amazing. Like must have been really smart with his money in 2000 to be able to support WCW.
Well, honestly, with how he was traded in WCW, you had to think that he was like, I better save my money because I don't know how long I'll have a job.
Yeah, well, I mean, at one point they were going to pay him. I think I remember just reading this recently in his book, almost 700.
Who was?
WCW was going to pay him almost 700,000 to stay. But he took a pay cut to go to WWE and take a risk to become a top star.
Yeah, because he thought he'd be treated better.
Mm-hmm. I believe he got paid $4,500 from WWE.
Something like that. But no, like, if WWE could, if all the wrestling promotions, like all the major ones, could play ball together and do it right, they would all make so much money.
Why did ECW end? Oh, financial reasons. They
purely
just
financial.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman was not good with money.
Towards the end of ECW, people were not getting paid.
And the thing is, it was partially because Paul Heyman mismanaged the money, but also they couldn't get a TV deal to keep him on. Like, if you watch the Rise and Fall of ECW documentary, that explains a lot of it.
Are you referring to one that's made by WWE?
Yeah.
You're better off watching Wrestling Bios. They actually cover a better in-depth reasoning of ECW's ending. Because WWE kind of like stretches certain things, while Wrestling Bios actually gets to the heart of it and actually spits more facts. A lot of the things, for example, is their TV deal. They were actually supposed to get three different TV deals at 3 different times in their time period. But
they did touch on that in the documentary. Like, and even Paul Heyman, he cut a promo on it during one of their last tapings. That because of their time slot, they weren't getting they were
bump hurt like hell.
They be right back, Jane.
All right, he's gonna miss it. Well, we know that LA Knight's gonna win the title now. Yep, LA Knight won it. I'll give that match another 3.75. It was very good, very decent. What time is it for me? 8:12. Very good back and forth match, you know. Would I like Grimes getting hit winning? For sure. Unfortunately, it wasn't his night. So it's because LA Knight just started, so you need to build up LA Knight. That's a nasty fall, though. Wow, so much fireworks. So we have another hour of the show left. And let's see how many matches are left. We still have... Oh, just 2 more matches. A lot. Wow. Alright, they're talking about WWE's on the road again this summer. Yeah, actually, fun. So another fun fact is that the ticket sales for WWE have not been doing well. I wonder if people have dropped off. My company is going to get the least amount of people. Actually, that may be true. That may be true just because there've been a lot of house shows that underperformed. Like, so there's one here over here in Dallas. That's actually I know for a fact that it's not been selling well for them. And you would think like these shows would just be like that, but instead they're just having trouble. Also, by the way, today ended my copyright strike that I finally got done with WWE. So I'm so glad with that. With WWE, with AEW. So that's why I've been able to stream again on YouTube. So I have some Korean over there. What should I probably eat for dinner? So once after we go through the females, man, we'll go there.
Okay. So, yeah. We only have 2 more.
Yep.
Shit. It's gone by fast.
Mm-hmm. Which tells me that the 5-way fatal will at least be 30 minutes.
Yeah. So what's the next match?
Should be Ember Moon versus
Oh yeah.
Rachel. Rachel? Rico?
Raquel.
Raquel Gonzalez.
How was the ending of the LA Knight match?
You just literally missed it.
I know.
It literally happened as you were leaving. So Grimes was climbing up. LA Knight grabbed the ladder, pushed him
Yeah.
over. He fell into more ladders.
I saw
Was
that.
knocked out. LA Knight comes up, grabs the belt.
Okay.
Are you seeing Pete Dunne versus Cross right now?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, wait, Scotty 2 Hotty's there.
Hmm?
That looks like Scotty 2 Hotty right there. 'Cause he works for WWE in the Performance Center.
Does he?
He's one of the coaches, I believe.
Oh, it's a shame that he's going to get fired next week.
I know. God.
Everybody gets fired. That should be in the next WWE theme song. Who in WWE has won 3 titles at least? A lot of people. Do you mean at once?
Oh, at once? No one. The most is like 2 at one time.
No. There is one time.
Who?
And it depends on which era you're referring to. So Sheamus won all the gold in
No,
2012 in the
no.
video game.
Oh,
that's,
okay. Shut up.
that's the only time I remember. I remember that in the storyline, Sheamus murders everybody. The Miz?
Nope.
Has he?
Nope. Not 3 titles at once.
Also, Lance Storm had three.
Not in WWE. Because if you want to go WCW, then there was a time when Ultimo Dragon had more than 2 titles.
I really don't remember Miz winning 3 at once, even 2.
Yeah, I don't either. Now I know Seth Rollins had 2 at one time. Angles had 2 at one time.
Stone Cold had 2 at one time. Steve
Yeah.
Austin, Shawn Michaels had 2 at one time.
Yeah. Like, plenty of people have done 2.
And it's usually the tag team title.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior, I think. He was
Yeah.
tag team champion,
WWE. No.
United States champion, and WWE. What time period was this?
Yeah. Because they didn't have the U.S. title until, like, 2000 and... I will say 2001 because it was when WWE owned WCW.
So, what if I told you he was right?
What? When was that?
I'm looking it up. Apparently, there was a time where Miz did hold up the United States World and WWE champion.
World and WWE. Then that was when World and WWE were combined into one.
No.
You're
Tyler-
shooting me. Like, send me a link.
No, I'm trying to get to the show Miz.
I can't believe.
Oh, it's during 2010.
What? I know he was WWE champion.
2000, no, it's 2010 to 2011. I guess no, 2010. Because
Yeah, can you shoot me a link?
sure, it's when Chris Jericho was teaming up with the Bishop, but remember he got hurt, so the Miz teamed up with him. And that's how he got his third belt.
Okay, let me look at this.
Go ahead. You know, I don't think Ember Moon even made it to the main roster. I think she was supposed to be called up, but didn't go.
Oh, she was, but she got injured.
I'm guessing she's very happy she got injured. Or she'll be in the same position as Nikki Cross.
Okay, so they were Unified Tag Team Champions, which does not count as 2.
No, but he has. But he also has his.
Also held the United States
And World
they were
Heavyweight.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, yeah. Look at the photo. And at WrestleMania, he was also the.
No, that wasn't.
I'm
That
telling.
was WrestleMania 26, not
Yes.
27 when he was the champion. He didn't. Because if you look at, he has the 2 tag team titles, one on his waist and one in his hand, and then the U.S. championship. And also, Jang, scroll down to championships and accomplishments.
I did.
So it doesn't mention the WWE championship.
Because that's them as together as the show Miz. But in other ones, I found 3 different articles that have all labeled Miz as a triple belt winner.
I don't count it. Wait, 2 championships at one time. Doesn't count.
Number 9. Number 9, it should be the Miz.
Okay, let's see what it says. Because no, like
Ooh, Ember Moon started off strong. Was she on SmackDown? I don't think she made it to SmackDown. I think she was supposed to appear on SmackDown. And she was her other partner.
so I do see the confusion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, he only held two belts at one time, like two, like separate championships, because it was when the tag team belts were unified, but they still had the two belts.
No, he was also the WWE champion.
No, it didn't.
Yes, you read the article.
Yes, it said WWE and World Tag Team Champion.
No, not and. It doesn't say and. There's a comma. There's a comma.
The comma can mean and.
No, Ras.
Yes.
No, it does not
I
mean
don't think
and,
that's
or
your
they would
phrase.
be use a word and. I literally printed out
Be right back.
the quote for
Find another
you.
article.
I literally printed out the quote for you. There's a comma. World. Yes. Yes, Steven. On this one, you were right. This you can also. Ooh, he went. She went for a meteor. Damn, she's just kicking it. Ooh. Oh, I didn't know Jay Lethal had multiple belts. And anyway, plus a person with multiple belts doesn't actually. It's good and bad because it makes the belt unfortunately look weak. It's good for the wrestler, bad for everybody else. Also, don't let Raz know, but it was not the WWE Heavyweight Champion. I like to mess with him for a while. Kevin Owens' last title with the Universal title was true so long ago. I think the last, it was what, when he was against Goldberg? Alex Shetsy Blackheart's her best friend. Uh, Unfortunately, I mean, I think this pay per view with Hell in a Cell, we're going to have Kevin Owens first. Ooh, good hit. Kevin Owens versus Sammy again. As much as I like them, they've always just, when they don't know what to do with them, Ooh, good kicks by Ember. What to do with them? They just put them against each other. Ooh, cold red. Cold red. Cold red. I want Anne to return to stay there for a bit. I mean, unfortunately, they have to go. They can't go back because, I mean, it'd be too much. Ooh, what a good submission move. Ooh, suicide dive. I like to see the Miz on NXT. You kind of did at one point when this was the early NXT days when it was not developmentals, but it was used more as a hosting show. And by the way, it's funny to say NXT as a development currently because there's no more. It's not really developmental anymore. It's its own show. Two. Nope. Kiss out two. Every time my pay-per-view begins with his voice introducing the pay-per-view, see all the points, something like that happen. Well, it's called Go Away Heat. Unfortunately, he, ooh, too. Well, now it's unfortunate because he's been so overused that fans have gotten tired of him, and he's just been in bad positions after bad position. Like for example, him and John Morrison was entertaining, but they've just dragged it on.
Okay.
There's
So I
nothing
got
new
kicked out
about
of the
that.
pay-per-view.
How? Oh, he muted himself again. I mean, there's just, I mean, especially like for example that whole with Priest situation. I mean, I like Miz as a person, and he'll be a ooh good stunner. He'll be a great Johnny Cage, but you just can't have a person all the time. That's why like Chris Jericho is well liked, is because he goes away, comes back, goes away, come back. You know, and he's not always a comedic comedy character. He can change his style. Oh, Meteora. I know I'm right. Does she? Oh, she's gonna put her leg on the rope. Who in WWE can play Mortal Kombat characters top 10 and say who they play?
Okay, back. My nephew's here, so I muted myself.
Oh, okay, you can put him on. We can say hi to him.
No, he's an annoying little shit. Also, I'm eating, so...
I'm about to eat as soon as this match is done. Warm up my curry.
Yeah, I'm having spaghetti.
I would have to take a guess. I definitely would say that The Miz can play Johnny Cage. I want to say Cash because I love his music. Cage.
Cage. Oh yeah, definitely.
Sub-Zero.
He is Johnny Cage. Sub-Zero. I don't.
It's hard. Those won't be hard.
Now Scorpion. I can see Shinsuke Nakamura.
Is it because he's Japanese?
No, he
How
just pulls
racist.
off the badass vibe.
You know Ember Moon's not winning this.
Why?
Well, they already used her finisher, and they did the heel put her friend on the foot rope maneuver. Like, oh, she could have won it, but the heel had her friend put her foot on the rope.
Oh, damn.
I can't even see who can play Luke Kane or Kano.
I don't know. Oh,
I'm
Kano. I don't know.
Speaking of that, did you see the Mortal Kombat movie, the new one?
No, I haven't.
It's alright.
Because I need to rent it as a DVD. Because I'm not paying for a subscription service to watch it. But I did hear that they did Kung Lao dirty.
Yes.
That's a lot of people's only criticism is what they did to him.
Oh, there's a couple. I have It's alright.
Is it? Wow, that seemed like almost a squash match. From what I saw.
You missed the part where Ember was having her comeback. It's 40-60. No, Cross can't play Sub-Zero. Cross doesn't have the charismatic ability to play that character. I mean, he could play Noob Sidebot.
Yeah, it doesn't even really talk.
Exactly. Someone who doesn't really talk, speaks very little, and talks about death. Alright, let me go warm up with food. So I'm going to put the music on as I come back. Rice could be here, but I'm just warming up my food real quickly as we're on the break before the main event.
Drag the champion back to the ring. Roll them into finishing touches on the match.
You try to understand how I touch because explosion. I'm too great to be landed. We're too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly at 'em like choppers, better took those risks, go one of my fists, we fire starters, one out of a million will reach those heights, always get a feeling that I won't deny that work, never could die, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise.
What an incredible night. Raquel Gonzalez retaining the NXT Women's Championship.
Rise, cover my skies, try to make sense of what I comprise, eyes, better these skies, I'm stuck there, feeling like I realize, let 'em off now, we all do waiting for, yeah, they wanna come in, I'ma lift them all, never let down, but it's risk involved, I got guts, come around, and I wish it all,
All right, I'll take that as a yes. We'll go on my count. 3, 2. So, how are the women treating you these days?
That keeps us floating as we fly above the stars. The night won't scare us falling.
Winner. You won that.
I'm too green to be landed. Way too green to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks, hold one of my fists, we fire starters. One of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never the time, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks.
What would a summer be without a great American match? Cannot wait for the Great American Match on NXT July 6th.
Joe, this summer's heating up, and Tuesday promises to be even hotter.
Let's talk about what's going to happen this Tuesday on NXT.
Don't forget, there's a tornado tag match. There are no tags in this match. All found for men are illegal, which means we can expect even more chaos. And also, we'll find out who will answer Kushina's open challenge for the North American Championship when it all goes down.
What's still to come here and what's coming up next? It has been pure chaos. Here at throughout NXT for several weeks. Karrion Kross did not just win, he won it everyone, which leads us to tonight's fatal 5-way for the NXT Championship.
There's no regrets, only the past. Will I change? Never. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. You're saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. So swing me around,
And Takeover
take
in
me
your
down.
house.
You won't break me, I'm too strong. You're saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a
Where did the call come from? You are looking at real number 1 contender. Because I just took out 3 of NXT's top stars in one night. That means old Adam Cole, baby, was the NXT Championship.
Big E can play Jax. I can see that.
Okay, so I love how they're promoting SummerSlam already, but not a July pay-per-view.
Well, they know it's
The
next
only thing
week. And just SummerSlam's going to be in front of crowds.
Yeah. And I like that the compensation. God, if you want to make a monster look bad on the mic, tell them they're compensating for something, and then don't give them a good response. You know that?
He did respond. I don't think it was a great one, but you are right. We hardly see 5-ways. What WWE superstar can play Sonya Blade? Beth Phoenix.
Holy shit, he's dressed like Shawn Michaels. I'm getting Shawn Michaels vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Johnny Gargano's gear. I'm getting heavy Shawn Michaels vibes.
You remember in 2019? Oh, I think I hear the door.
What about 2019? Oh.
Johnny Gargano most star-studded match in NXT history as we get the arrival of the next competitor. Lady Ray, a great point. Karrion Kross is not having to be factored in the decision to lose his title tonight. And someone who has been champion in NXT and a long historic reign in NXT UK, he done.
All right, back again. All right, Pete Dunne is out here.
Yeah.
Uh,
So even the commentators made mention of Johnny Gargano's entrance gear.
How is this inspired by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally not Shawn Michaels.
Who's Shawn Michaels? No one
Yeah,
knows
no.
him.
Such a flash in the pan.
Yep. This stream is brought to you by some kabushi. Kabushi, very healthy for you.
I love White Bear making the obscure soccer reference that no one would know.
You mean football?
Adam Cole.
Baby.
Baby.
So it's funny if you look at. I've seen some of Adam Cole's old matches in Ring of Honor, and he was actually much heavier.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm. Not like muscle wise, but just fat. Because they was thinking of retiring at that point.
But I do love, like, how they've made Kyle O'Reilly look like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a single star, like, he is so much better than you would think.
They timed that better now.
But also,
Mhm.
it's weird that Adam Cole plays such a good heel. You know, that is so weird to me.
Well, he's not a typical heel.
Do you know why it's weird, though?
Why?
A lot of times, your best heels are also dicks in real life. But you see him, like, with not only interact with fans, but also, like, when he streams and is on.
Mm-hmm.
He is, like, the complete opposite. It's like,
I mean-
what the hell is this?
I mean, you forget his babyface runs. Like, remember when he went against, like, a good example is Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And he came off as sympathetic. Again,
I know,
mind you, Pat McAfee did play a great heel.
Mm,
Listen, when he was on that podcast and he was belittling Adam Cole, didn't it
Yeah.
make you go like, this dude's a dick?
well, not only that, but it made me wonder, it's like, is this, like, a shoot? Is it a work? Like,
And those are the best
what the
ones.
hell?
When you can look at
I know.
because McAfee is that very much that cocky person.
well, and the funniest shit ever is a lot of people tuned into, like, Adam Cole's live stream afterwards, and anyone that mentioned it got banned. Or at least timed out or kicked.
Mhm.
And so it's like, what the hell?
Well, every person who plays in Mortal Kombat is Japanese. Because Scorpion is Japanese in the game.
And so Sub-Zero.
No, Sub-Zero is not Japanese, he's Chinese.
Oh, I thought it was.
Mhm.
Liu Kang is Chinese, right?
Yes,
And so it's Kung Lao.
correct. They're
And I think
considered Northern Chinese.
And I think Raiden is also Chinese, right?
Depends on how you view it. Lore-wise, he's a god, so there is no nationality.
Well, but when you
But
look
yes.
at his attire.
He has the Chinese mythical, like, monk attire. So he could be any Oriental.
Also, I find it odd that Candice LeRae didn't accompany Gargano.
I think she was busy. Remember having a cat fight with Blackheart.
That wasn't her, was it?
Yes.
Okay. I know Dakota Kai was.
Yeah, well, she's with her.
Oh.
I'm actually surprised they did it that way. They actually should put a Hell in a Cell in this way and call it Armageddon.
No, add one more person and then do.
And then have someone say, I did it for The Rock.
Oh, that was a cool spot with Adam Cole and Pete Dunne.
Did I play Mortal Kombat 11? Oh, I did.
I haven't. I played 10.
I played 11 and Aftermath. And I will say the storyline chronically is all over the place.
Well, it was for 9 and 10, too.
9 is probably the most makes sense. 10 starts losing it. 11 makes no sense. And Aftermath says, fuck you.
Well, 10, I'm just like, when did all this shit happen?
Future. Which part,
Yeah,
by
but
the way?
it's like- just the whole thing with the, with like Cassie and everything. It's like,
Cass. So,
Because I
Sonya
always-
Blade and Cash's daughter?
yeah. Well, because it's like, it made it seem like this was just a few years after 9. And
No,
it's
it's
like,
many,
wait a-
many years.
I know. Yeah. It's just a time skip, and it's like, what's happened since then?
Oh, a lot of people have died. Shinsuke Nakamura as Fire God Liu Kang. Again, that can work.
Except Nakamura is Japanese, not Chinese.
Yeah. And again, I think he actually fits more Scorpion because he can do both heel and... Because Scorpion is a neutral character. So, who do you think's taking the pin?
Taking the pin, or submission would be Gargano.
You think? Well, he does have the mouse loss. Cross. Cross could play
And-
Kratos. I mean, he has the Spartan outfit. Like a Viking. Or a Spartan warrior. Depending how you want to play
Oh.
it.
Speaking of that, I love that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is finally adding one-handed swords.
Again, it's funny, I thought there was already one-handed swords. Which just seems
No.
odd that needed to be added in and it wasn't already.
Well, and that was what got me, because it's like, Vikings use swords.
Hold
like
on,
no
there's someone
freaking
else off
other.
the door.
God damn it! Tell people to go home.
Breaking bones.
Look at Dunn. Dunn ready to pounce like a spring, uncoiling now into carrying Crown the champion. Wipes away Dunn, wipes away Gargano, and then swats away O'Reilly.
It's one man against everyone else so far. That one man being carrying Cross.
Oh, cover referee! Turn around and look at Cross, trying to give away. Wait a minute, Gargano now. Gargano and Dunn trying to work together. Oh my, are you kidding me?
Explosive suplex.
We've seen this before from Karrion Kross.
These men
of Kyle O'Reilly.
Cross hoisting up O'Reilly. O'Reilly able to land on his feet. Now look at the combination offense from O'Reilly.
Well, there you go. It's those Muay Thai strikes that he's used to as well. Formerly trained with Bobby Fish, former stable mate of his, and highly effective against anyone.
O'Reilly able to take Cross off of his feet, and now it's O'Reilly in the center of the ring.
And it is Beth indeed. It's Kyle O'Reilly wiping out the field. And it's O'Reilly getting a take on Adam Cole. And now look at the knees in the midsection, driving the air out of Cole. Now O'Reilly taking Cole to the mat.
While these two men clearly need no excuse to go to town with one another, some layers of hatred built in and cross armbreaker.
Ready for that armbreaker indeed. Cole trying to block it. O'Reilly trying anything he can do. O'Reilly trying to roll free.
He's done like a scavenger. Herein lies the problem in this kind of matchup. As soon as you're on top, somebody out of nowhere. Nice to pick up.
And Gargano got sidestepped. And the mechanical mastermind of joint manipulation. Back to business. Done it. Look at Terry and Cross. And again, the dangers of this matchup. Powerbomb done into Gargano. And Cross called out everyone and now has his hands on Adam Cole. Cole up high, able to land back on his feet and able to avoid disaster for a moment. But now Gargano, no Pete Dunne.
Carrying close center in Thomas game plan going into this match. Push the batter everybody. Everybody's figured out that their game plan needs to join together.
Cross through the front door.
Barely 10 minutes in, they're already bringing the house down.
I mean, this fatal five-way, we knew it'd be chaotic. We knew it'd be pandemonium. It's been the theme of NXT for weeks. Take another look. Cross through the front door. Entire field of five is laid out right now.
To eliminate the fourth returning Cross, I gotta say that's a great strategy. But I got to wonder what kind of shape that Galen Gunner is.
How much damage has been brought to everybody in this matchup? Of Adam Cole.
And Cole, look who he's charging right into. It's Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, how much would Adam Cole float if he put away Kyle O'Reilly? And the ability to capture the NXT title. Look at the reason in O'Reilly. Fight for it too.
O'Reilly completely isolated in the ring at the mercy of Adam Cole, and Adam Cole has been one step ahead of the entire pack, the entire run for this match.
Talk about isolated. No one's near the ring. Adam Cole's all by himself. Cole in complete control of this match. I spoke a little too soon. Gargano making his way back down. Cole now looking. Oh! Is looking for the Panama Sunrise. Sidestep. Gargano now right to the back of Cole. This match so fast-paced. Is Gargano now. We talk about unique offense all the time.
That creative placement, Johnny Gargano. This is what experience brings, understanding how to place everybody who's every corner of the ring.
It's Gargano who said he needs this win to silence those that have doubted his legacy. It is done. Gargano pulls up Gargano. Title on the line. Roll through. Johnny able to hold on to Gargano. And now what's on? Gunfight. Could be looking for the bitter end. Nice counter by Gargano.
Played by Gargano here. This is exactly how you win a match like this. Wait until all of your opponents are taken out.
And Terry Cross. We go baby down.
Was so limited in that kick out from the bruiserweight.
I stopped asking for forgiveness. You should know that we both tried with the angels. Here to go. Take a look at this human all-star situation as the bodies crumble and pile up. And again, carry
Take myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, cause you just don't know.
NXT
But some
universe
things never.
Alright, I'm back with Curry, and I see the match is still continued. Alright, thank God I didn't miss anything. Well, I probably did miss a couple of things. You know. Hopefully, Rats was here to see it. I was back with some Truly. Curry. Oh, everybody's taking each other out. Hmm. By the way, I'm pretty sure for the Fade 5-way, DQ is off. Why nobody grabbing the chairs? Come on. Ooh. Tap, tap. Cross. Snake eyes. Hmm. Ooh. Double choke slam. Oh, looks like Johnny's gonna take the pin. Hmm.
So, someone else I could take the fall because I completely forgot they were in the match until they came in.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Dunne.
Really?
I forgot he was in the match.
He was fighting earlier with Cross in the promo.
Yeah, but still, I forgot about him really early.
Mr. I'll break your finger isn't that charismatic enough for you.
Well, also, I don't know if you saw, but Kyle O'Reilly had a really good takedown of Cross.
Mm-mm.
A bunch of strikes followed by a leg sweep.
I missed it.
Yeah, it was pretty damn solid.
See, everybody's getting their spots of their comeback.
Yeah.
Oop.
The thing is,
So time-wise,
Cross
we were supposed to have like 11 minutes more.
okay. If Cross doesn't win, or if Cross wins, who's gonna take him out?
Of course, we all know
Huh?
that The Rock gonna show up.
Oh,
He's like, just bring it. And then he buries him.
actually, because of how they booked him to look dominant and like unmoving, they could do some of Dexter versus Karrion Cross. They could do that. But I also see this working as a Karrion Cross doesn't take the fall but loses, and him coming out being like, "I never lost.
Exactly.
You never beat me." So I could see them going that route, even though it's cliche.
I mean, right now they taking him out for a bit, so I see him coming back.
Yeah, that too. But there's a lot of cliches I could see happen, which is kind of bad when you think about it.
Yeah, but that's typical, WWE storytelling, though. It's like, how do you protect someone?
Oh, when they were talking about, or when someone online was talking about Braun Strowman, about him having great matches,
Mm-hmm.
one they brought up was with the triple threat with Lashley and Drew, and it's like, Lashley and Drew carried that match. Those two carried it.
And I'm pretty sure, was that the one that Brock Lesnar is famous for? You can hear him yelling at Braun, slow down.
No, I said Drew and Lashley and Braun.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Lesnar.
No, because that one was Kane. But Lashley, Drew, and Braun, Drew and Lashley carried that match.
So,
no,
if you had to be carried by someone, who would you want to be carried by?
shit. Okay, past and present, there are so many good guys that could carry a bad person through a match.
Brock Lesnar will win versus Cross very easily.
What?
Steve asked Cross versus Brock Lesnar, who will win? And Cross as Kano. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Kano's mannerism. He has his look, but not his mannerism.
Yeah. Because Kano is your classic, cocky villain, but also comical.
Yeah, and he's not dominant. Kano you can beat. You feel that he's human. Cross is built as someone as a dominant heel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking my mouthful.
Same. Now, what we were talking about? I know you're gonna kill me for this, but for Roman, or to carry me through a match, AJ could definitely do it. He could carry anyone.
I was gonna say Bret Hart.
Yeah, Bret Hart could. I mean, if he can carry a match with a drugged out, panicking British Bulldog.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's the exact sample
I
was thinking of. That's the exact reason I said Bret Hart. Ooh. That table did not break.
Damn it. They're making the tables too sturdy.
I am the table.
And you can tell what Karrion Kross is saying. Son of a bitch, why didn't it break? Is that what hurt so much less if it broke? Than you just hitting it and it staying up? Because it's like, oh my god. It didn't give.
So definitely Kross is going over. For sure. Because they got rid of him. But yeah, it definitely sucks that the table don't break.
Yeah, because that seems like it would hurt a lot more as if it didn't break. No.
Yep.
They're not gonna do this bullshit. Oh. Okay. They're not. I thought they were gonna do a double pass or a double pass.
No.
Oh yeah, it's not main roster. My bad.
I will say that
one of the commentators got up.
Yeah.
I think to tap on Karrion, be like, okay, it's time to get going.
Also,
Yeah, you see?
what I was gonna say was, if this was the Spanish announce table, it would have broke.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, get that guy off of the camera. You know that?
That's Bray
Get
Wyatt.
him.
That's not Bray Wyatt. Barrett. Sorry, Barrett.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to. Okay, come on. Okay, is Kevin Dunn in charge of the cameras even for NXT?
No.
Because I know he does a lot of jump cuts, but this is when we need it the most. Cut away from that angle. I wonder. Oh God, did you see the way Barrett's look? He's looking at Karen Cross like, "Oh shit, is he out?"
He has to.
Like, look how he's just looking down. Like, fuck.
Probably help him with his timing.
I know, but the thing is, make it less obvious. Like, have him sit down and just be like,
Cross as Shao Kahn. That I could see. That's actually a good
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, that.
Ooh,
now,
Johnny on that replay really connected.
Yeah. Now, for who can beat Roman, I think they're booking themselves into a, we have to break the, in case of emergency, we have to break the glass. Get the Undertaker back here. You know that?
No.
I think they are getting to that point because it's
The
like,
problem,
who's gonna
though-
be able to beat?
The Undertaker's too old to have a match. Who could play Katana? It's hard to say. Maybe Io Shirai?
Io Shirai.
Io Shirai, sorry. Yeah.
I can see that.
He didn't get the full turn.
Canadian.
He's gonna get
Destroyer.
pulled out. I have returned. Shao Kahn.
At least they don't have him do the laugh like Shao Kahn.
Who can pay Brock? A jobber.
Yeah. Anyone can play him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Ellsworth is back in the company. There's Brock. Baraka.
Baraka. Again, because Baraka's not a dominant Mortal Kombat character.
Is the Krillin of Mortal Kombat.
I've actually, so I've watched a lot of NXT recently, and this is actually the least dominant that Cross has looked.
Yeah, I know.
This is actually interesting.
Yeah, those are actually hard elbows. You can imagine Cross being like, son of a bitch, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Oh. There's actually a pretty good MMA schools I've been going to here in Houston lately. Been having fun with that. So I joined a MMA school, a BJJ school, a Gracie school.
I was gonna say, how much, like you, like, because I know you did, oh, yes, the classic heel move. Nope.
Well, he done that as a
Oh.
face as well. Wait,
Oh,
wait, where are you?
Crotch, the attempted crotch claw into the
Okay, so
finger.
I'm still ahead of you by 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I saw something else when you said that, so I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Who played Quan Chi?
Who knows?
Unfortunately, that's another one that's like anybody. That's not like Shao's Sun She. Not Sun She.
Think so.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I was gonna say, but when you were doing MMA, like, what was your main like specialty that you did?
Main holds.
Yeah, like your main discipline.
So depending on what scenario I'm in, it's always. Ooh, hold on. So like if I'm setting up, I'm doing throws. If it's MMA or if it's judo, it depends on those kind of things.
MMA.
MMA, I'm posting a stand up. outside fighter, usually kicking the shins to legs since I'm a southpaw. Ooh, good
Yeah,
kicks.
say what for martial arts? Like what did you normally do? Like BJJ, Muay Thai, like what?
So the school I went to up in New Jersey, New York, focused a lot of boxing and BJJ.
Okay.
But I've done some practitioner stuff in in the army. We have our all
Yeah.
stuff.
But also, if Floyd Mayweather loses to whichever Logan is fighting him,
That whole
I'm gonna be
that Mayweather knocked out that Paul brother, right?
oh, he did?
Well, technically, because if you look at the footage, there's a point in the fight. I want to say it's the eighth round where Triple H can play Kratos. No, no, you can't. Where he knocked him out, but held him up.
Oh shit. What the? Okay, what are they gonna?
Yep, this is how it ends. Hmm.
What the hell? First off, that's not how you do it for pass out. You do the arm 3 times, damn it.
Now they stopped doing that for a while. It's only one.
That's bullshit.
It kind of ruins the excitement. Because when it was three, I remember that because it would be like on the throwing. Is he going to drop or is he like, oh, and he does the pop up power like, no, I still got it in me. I miss those ones.
So I'm surprised Kyle O'Reilly took the fall.
Same.
Although at least he didn't. At least he didn't tap.
I mean, his hands were locked. So I would say that this is the most vulnerable that Karrion Kross has looked.
Oh yeah.
But again, I'm surprised the face took the pinfall.
I know, and the match was almost all heel.
Mm-hmm. I thought it would have been at least Pete Dunne who took the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Jerusalem Breaker, Barnable with a beard. I mean, I'm thinking when I think Kratos, I think of Kratos from, I don't know why that message got retracted. I think Kratos when from the PS3 era, PS2 era, not PS4. Old man Kratos. If it's old man Kratos, we all know who has to play him.
Triple H.
Hmm?
Boy.
No, it's William Regal. We want him to be British. Wow, this went over by 4 minutes of its planned time. Still going over.
Okay.
Oh my god, Keith Lee showed up. Now that would have been funny.
Why else? I know you wouldn't spoil it.
No. Oh, and
Girl, he has the best looking manager.
Well, she don't really speak a lot of times for him. Because of lately,
Is it
he's been
best
speaking for
vocal?
himself.
Yeah, I don't like the one arm or the one drop.
Because it doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, I can't even see him being face cross.
I could.
I mean, tweener, yes, but not a face.
Well, I can stand being face because the monster faces do work, like Bray Wyatt, The Undertaker, Kane.
Hold on, there's still more.
Oh,
Oh my God, they ran over William Regal.
ha ha ha. No.
Yeah, he's probably gonna quit.
I don't want him to, like, god damn.
Well, again, the whole thing with general managers. This is what I was gonna say earlier. Was in 2019 they said they were going to do away with those.
But the thing is, like, he is such a good, like, authority figure.
Mm-hmm. But you
that
gotta
I think
give it
it's
some
for the
change.
detriment. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I know. You know what's funny? This is because I'm looking at right now at the Broken Skull sessions at the moment. Who should be the SmackDown GM? Well, technically, what's her face is the SmackDown GM, and Adam Pearce. Hmm.
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. I knew it was something Deville. I was going to say what's the Disney villain?
Cruella Deville.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I won't say it out loud. That's who it is. As for the Broken Skull session, I was looking at it, and I was thinking of somebody comments like how what's his face? Jim Cornette's like, oh, kayfabe, and people are like, oh, AAW breaks kayfabe. I'm like, have you seen the Broken Skull session? You have all these wrestlers there. You know, and I think at some point it's like everybody knows it's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know it's ironic.
What?
Scarlett and Karrion Kross are in a relationship.
Or not?
Are in a relationship.
Yeah. That's why they're together.
Yeah.
Like, did you know that Miro's wife is this really hot babe?
Yeah. Yeah.
He made a funny promo in AEW last week.
Oh, about her joining it?
Well, kind of, sort of, not really. He was like, I have this belt. I want to thank God for everything I got. I got this belt and a smoking hot wife at home. I'm like, and it's like,
yeah.
I'm like, he's hinting that she's going to show up at AEW some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like,
so we get more
like,
views than. Oh yeah, it gets a lot more views, because there's a lot of old timey favorites on WWE.
what?
Steven asked, does WWE get more views than AEW?
Yeah, but also AEW is run as a smaller promotion. To think otherwise would be off.
Mm-hmm. But they are catching up.
Yeah. Like, they're... Like, AEW has said in the past that they're not competing with...
Bullshit.
I know.
I know Triple H was like, we're not in a war with AEW. Yeah. I'm like, sure you are, buddy. Sure you are. Keep telling yourself that. But overall, what do you think of this takeover?
I think it was pretty solid, actually.
Think so?
Definitely.
Do you think WWE is scared of losing talent to AEW? No.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, they could be looking at it as a similar to what WCW did, where it's like they could see AEW just taking up all their new ones. One sec.
I mean, they have Andrade there. Obviously, one of their biggest successful stars has been John Ambrose, now known as John Moxley. I combined the name. Dean Ambrose, now known as John Moxley. Christian Cage is a big star. He's been pushing stuff as characters. Matt Hardy has been doing a lot of pushing with Private Party and stuff like that. So I don't think they're afraid to lose people. I just don't think they care. If that makes sense. One of my best streams of all time was The Rise of the Tomb Raider. 194 views. Hopefully he comes back. But I enjoyed this pay-per-view. I wouldn't say it's the best. It definitely had some weaker matches. But the main event was very enjoyable. I'll give this a solid B. What about you, Steven? You think this pay-per-view was pretty good? Well, I don't think they're trying to be like WCW. I think they're trying to make sure they're not like WCW and end in the same position. Because that was the problem with WCW, that it failed. And they don't want to fail.
Bye. Have a good one.
Alright. Wait, before you go, what was your score?
I'd say it was like a solid B to A minus.
Oh, same. I went with a B. Well, then I'll end it here. Thank you, Steven, for showing up. Thank you, everybody else. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And may I see you the next time I stream. Which will probably be next week for Hell in a Cell. See ya.
But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change.